name is Grace and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am currently a university student and over the past few months my life has changed completely. I was in a car accident last summer and I sustained a lot of injuries, and recovery has been such a huge journey for me, both physically and mentally. I have learned so much about prioritising my well-being, listening to my body, and just kind of slowing life down a little bit to ensure I get the best recovery results I can for myself. So I wanted to start this channel as just a little safe space to document healing, good days, bad days, realistic well-being and just lifestyle content. If you're going through anything somewhat similar, that could be you've been in a car accident too, or emotional healing, because we all need those times to ourselves, burnout, university stress, or you just enjoy some slower content, feel free to stick around because I've got a feeling we're going to be very good friends. So right now I'm about to go to the shop. It's only about a 10-minute walk, so come along. I didn't really have big plans for today, I just needed to go food shopping, and it sounds small, but even doing this can feel like progress sometimes. There was a time when leaving the house felt heavier than it should have, so now even simple things like walking to the shop, choosing food and carrying it home, they matter more than they used to. It's not exciting and it's not dramatic, but it's me slowly showing up for my life again, and I think that counts. There's something really grounding about putting groceries away. It's quiet, it's simple, it doesn't look like much, but it's a reminder that I'm taking care of myself, even in small ways. Filling the fridge, stocking the cupboards, making sure future me has what she needs. It's not a big life-changing moment, it's just ordinary. But sometimes ordinary is exactly what healing looks like and what I need. Making tea has become one of my favourite pauses. It's just a few quiet minutes when nothing has to be fixed. With the kettle boiling and the steam rising, it gives me space to slow down and to breathe and to remind myself that small moments like this still count and they still matter. Making lunch used to feel like such a small thing, just doing something you do in the middle of the day without thinking about it. But lately I've started seeing it differently. Taking the time to make something, even if it's simple, feels like a quiet act of care. It's me choosing to slow down instead of rushing. It's me making sure that I'm eating properly, even if the rest of the day feels uncertain. There's something grounding about chopping, assembling, and putting everything on a plate. It's not glamorous, it's not something you'd normally film, but that's kind of the point. Healing doesn't always happen in big, visible ways, sometimes in just these small routines. Sitting down with tea, letting yourself rest, watching something without feeling guilty for it. And maybe that's enough for today. Maybe showing up in small ways is still showing up. This is usually the part of the day I would have felt guilty about. Sitting down, watching YouTube, not doing anything productive. I used to think that rest had to be earned, like I needed to finish everything first before I was allowed to slow down. But I'm just realising that mindset made everything so much heavier. Sometimes switching off is part of healing, letting your brain be quiet for a while, letting yourself exist without trying to improve or optimise every second. Doesn't look impressive, it's just lunch, it's just tea, it's just YouTube, but maybe giving yourself permission is productive in its own way. I think we are so used to seeing healing look productive and impressive, like waking up early, going to the gym and journaling every day, completely transforming your life in just a matter of a few weeks. And for a long time I thought that if I wasn't doing those things, then I wasn't healing. But I'm starting to realise that slower days are important too. The quiet ones. The ones where you don't achieve anything impressive. The ones where the biggest thing is just getting through the day. Healing isn't always loud. It isn't always visible. And it definitely does not always look aesthetic. Sometimes it's just making a cup of tea or coffee, or staying in bed for an extra 20 minutes when you wake up. And sometimes it's just choosing not to push yourself that day. Slower days, they give your mind space and time to process things. Rest is not laziness. It's part of rebuilding. You don't have to earn rest by being productive beforehand. Some seasons are just a bit quieter, and that's okay. It doesn't mean you're stuck. It just means that you're taking your time. Slower doesn't mean failure. It just means you're moving more gentle. And healing looks different for everyone. So if someone else is doing something that you're not, don't think, oh, I should be doing that. Just think, that works for them. That's great. Now, what works for me? I think I'm starting to understand that healing does not need to look impressive. It doesn't need to be loud or productive or perfectly put together. Some days are going to be slower. Some days will just look like tea, a quiet room, and letting yourself rest. And that's okay. There's something really important about just allowing those days to exist, about not rushing yourself just because the world feels fast. Slower days does not mean you're stuck. They don't mean that you're failing. Sometimes they're the days that quietly rebuild you the most. Thank you so much for being here and for letting this space be calm and unhurried, and I'll see you soon.